So yesterday, I'm out in the middle of the national forest, and I'm feeding chipmunks cashews, leaning up against my van, getting ready, thinking about working out. But for some reason, I decided to eat some crackers and some meat sticks, and think about working out instead of doing it. And as I'm sitting there crunching crackers, looking at my mat, all I have to do is go sweep the mat and I will do the workout. Off to my right, a cloud of dust, 2 stories high, appears out of nowhere. There's no sound. It's as if, not like if a huge tree fell down, but because there's no sound. Through the dust, I see red and blue lights. And I realize that's the police pulling up to my campsite at 30 miles an hour, going sideways. That flashes because my headlights reminding me it's on. They've thrown their vehicle sideways and caused this massive dust cloud. And I'm thinking, they saw me smoking weed, and they're coming up here they're going to be tough guys. No sirens, dead silent. They come tearing into this weird clearing place that I've backed all the way out of through one very small opening to get back in the shade. And I know they've pulled themselves into a corral. You can see they're stopped behind a tree that's laid over that ends that parking spot except for that little opening. I look off to my right and there's 2 state troopers decked out with body armor, 223s, stun grenades, the sunglasses, the gloves, and they're moving like they're in the Middle East, clearing a building out or something. And they come around the corner and they see me. Well, the corner is another tree that I've pulled behind. So you got a tree laying sideways, a bunch of state troopers jammed up in a little opening, and then a tall tree that my van is back behind. And they come through the opening between the laying down tree and that tall tree and see me leaning up against my van eating crackers. And they tell me to, keep my hands right where they can see them and to come over to them. And I don't care if they dust my ass. I don't care. I'm 65 years old. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong and will continue to go wrong until morale improves. So my reactions are all wrong. I think they thought I was going to open fire on them because of something I was doing the day before that I think somebody was watching. I don't know what they were doing out there. I can tell you what they told me they were doing out there, which was absolutely absurd. My van is like one of the biggest vans you've ever seen. It's brown with gigantic yellow sunflowers on it. It's an extremely unusual looking van. And the officer I'm directed to explain to me why this whole platoon has come out there. He tells me that they are there because they got a phone call about a suspicious vehicle out here in the middle of no damn where that matches the description of a vehicle they're looking for. And I'm like, you mean to tell me there's another vehicle in this entire Western Hemisphere that matches the description of this giant sunflower van thing? Oh no, well, the one we're looking for just has an extended roof like yours. It's actually gray. And oh, he asked me what my name is. I says, I'm Chuck DeMuro. He doesn't ask me for any ID, which tells me he already knows who I am. He's not going to run my name. Nobody's running my name through any systems to see who I am. They know who I am. And I believe they were sent there to snuff me because someone was certain that I would open fire on them in that particular. They think I'm whack. Well, I am whack. I just ain't. I don't want nobody to get hurt. There's different kinds of whack, and I don't I don't want to go to the next world with whack all over me. Yeah. So I think they were sent there to snuff me, and my reaction was so absurd because I don't care if I get shot, and I haven't broken any laws. I told them. One of them says, the guy says, don't be surprised if we pull up on you because you fit this description. You may be bothered by more state police. And I'm like, I don't break any laws. I'm saying this in front of 10, 12 guys. And I am insisting, I don't break any laws. You go ahead. Come knock on my door. Talk to me anytime. I'm totally pro law enforcement. I've been managing a building downtown in Medford that's been overran by immigrants and stuff. And the Medford Police Department has come to my assistance repeatedly. So I have no problem with those guys coming out there doing their job, but I don't think they were doing their job. It doesn't make any sense. They didn't ask for any ID. They didn't ask me what I was doing out there. They didn't run my name through any systems to see. They knew who I was. And somebody told them to come in there real hot, real fast and scary. No sirens, just lights, lots of dust. But they didn't seem to realize they were running themselves right into a corral and a little a funnel right where they would have all been, I carry enough firepower to wreck like a 20 square yard area of vehicles and people, easy. One magazine. And so it just didn't make any. It's almost like somebody thought that I would open fire on them, and they sent them into an extremely disadvantageous, almost like they're being sacrificed but I don't know why nobody opened fire on me. Our body camera malfunctioned, there's no footage. I don't know why they didn't snuff me. I can't imagine the hours before that when the texts are going around to these officers' phones, like, get ready to charge out there and bring all your gear. Great gear, Bob. Great gear. And then meet an old man who wants to shake your hand and look at your guns and ask you who we're looking for and what's going on. And then give him some BS story about his van matching the description of a vehicle you've been looking for. Okay, so the next day, that evening, I end up feeding squirrels or chipmunks and birds that had never been there before. I'm having a magic evening. Magic. Those guys all leave. I start drinking vodka, and me and the chipmunks and the birds actually coming up and taking crackers off my legs. It was Stunning. And then the next day, I have some problem with my phone. I've lost my phone. So I had to drive back into Medford. And I spend the night in this place's parking lot. A friend of mine, good guy. And I wake up in the morning and someone during the night has very quietly come up to my van and taken yellow chalk with their hands and smeared it around the entire parameter of my uh, uh, two tires on one side of my vehicle, on the passenger side, smeared some weird yellow stuff on my tires. And now I'm stuck here. The place where my storage shed is, they're gone until the 15th. And for some reason, my codes won't work to go in to get my stuff out of the storage shed. So I'm stuck here in what used to be my office in this gutted, abandoned building, drinking vodka and talking to you like I know you. I don't know you, but I'll tell you what. If I was you and I ran across some weird ass shit happening to somebody like me, I'd be interested. Seems interesting to me. I mean, how many people do you know that can go out and sit in the middle of national forest land and all of a sudden, wham, SWAT teamed by a platoon of state troopers, and then within 24 hours, be waking up to someone messing with my tire clear back in the city. And my codes don't work. And it goes way back before this. Or I don't, the video would be too long to even back up. But I might tell you about it sometime if you're bored. All right, I'm bailing off here. Check quote. Love the sound in here.